No, Uncle Sam, no. What's up, everybody? It's tax season. Oh, shit.
Everybody has having a whole big fun time getting stocks going up because of the Fed, getting crypto going up because of the Fed and banks getting into it. BlackRock just have a blockchain ETF, by the way, which is very, very interesting because they own the world. But everyone's like, yo, I gotta pay taxes now? And trust me, you're not smart enough to not pay taxes. You're not.
Literally, yeah, you're not. So don't even try it.
We talk about taxes and crypto towards the end of the episode. We also talk about other things like how was your day? And also, how are you doing? Very interesting.
Yes. Enjoy.
How come you don't want me? You know that loose battle you're looking for? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? Hello. What cool is that?
Can't beat the fucking Clippers. Y'all make me sick with this shit.
Well, listen to this.
Politicians are a lot like that. They should be changed frequently for the same reason.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
We find it now.
Protect the city.
It's bad. It's bad.
Sean Lee showed me this song. Has he shown you Dijon mustard yet?
I don't think so.
I like it. It's interesting.
Listen to Julian West. Look at him, what's up? Look at him, smile. That ain't how you smile. Tuck down, turn the radio down. I like you when you tuck down, turn the radio down. Listen to the band by the band. Honey, I hold your hand. Your eyes so tight. I like you when you tuck down, turn the radio down. I like you when you tuck down, turn the radio down. And when you speak, I might be able to listen to you. Hallelujah, my God. Fast asleep in the back of my car.
Dijon.
Wow.
Sean Lee went down like a new roster, a new mafia of like singer-songwriters that are out of LA of all like the same group, and they're just like hitter. Not all of them were to my liking, but this dude named Dijon had like a cool live setup. He's in a studio, but the studio is like a room setup. It's a pretty cool setup. Cool videography, and I enjoyed a couple songs. Quite a lot.
Lee. He's on a show tonight.
Who?
Sean Lee.
I thought they said Conley. Sean Lee. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
if he doesn't show out, he gets shot or what?
If he doesn't get 40 people there, I guess he doesn't play.
Oh, that's not.
Because the owner was like, "Yo, I got this rapper that wants to play. Let me move your show." And Sean was like, "Nah, I can bring people." And the guy was like, "If you don't bring 40 people, you're not gonna play," which is dumb. So like, if he brings 38 people, he's not gonna play.
Well, I mean, maybe he wanted just like 25 people, but you double it for the person's expectations. And then
Yeah, I don't know. It's
he shows up, he doesn't show out, and then like, is there like a time? Like pre-bell, like before it starts, you need a 40 flat.
I don't know, but
Oh, man.
they show at 9:30.
Gonna need an update on this one.
I told a couple people. I think he'll be fine. He's
He
a lot
usually
of
brings
friends.
out a hell of people.
Yeah, and it's like 4 people playing, and they all have friends too, probably. So
2 times 4 is 8. And
let's say each person brings 3 people conservatively. 3, 6, 9, 12, and then each one of those people brings a friend. What is that like? 3, 6.
not
9,
enough.
12.
You're fired. So
You're not playing. You're not playing, Sean.
A rapper was gonna have so the rapper on like standby.
Nah, I don't think so.
He was just like, dude, I could have had this rapper. And this
Yeah.
his name's Kendrick Lamar. But I don't know.
Yeah, we got this guy K-Dot. He really wants to play. Speaking of shows, I'm fucking getting hit up a lot for this bar,
Yeah.
homies bar, old guys bar. But this guy is making me go through so many hoops. It's like people are like, "Hey, here's money to do this thing," and the guy's like, "Are they smoking? Are they going to spend money? Are they over 21? How many people? What kind of music?" It's like, bro, I can't be going back and forth. It's like yes or no, dude. Like you're scaring these people away.
Could get a form.
I'm like, dude, these people can't even apply if it's not a 21 and over thing. So like, I don't need to ask them again. And also, like, they're telling me if all your questions are already answered. I don't need to ask them again. Here's how much they want to pay. This is the date. Yes or no. Like, we can meet them before. I'm offering to meet all these people before. And it's just like, I don't know.
I'm thinking down in like a month or two,
Trust issues.
there's a guest coming on that is an owner of a restaurant that did like a private membership NFT club with like Gary Vee. And I'm trying to think if in the future you got a verified 21 and older or something. If you could verify all your parameters, it would have to be kind of like governmenty, because But you could have parameters for things and then you check them off.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, I'm way over the physical business. Like anything that has to do with like me physically showing up.
Yeah.
Unless it's like filming something, especially events. Like, especially events, bro. I've realized there's nothing worse than working at someone else's party.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing ever.
The risk to reward, the return isn't there for a lot of events if you're just kind of working it.
Even
like, dang, really hoping you pry this up, eh?
Yeah, even if you're like making a lot of money, I just feel like you just get tired of partying every weekend. Just feel like, damn, can I get 1 week off?
Yeah.
That's just me. Ricker and Bond.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for sending kind notes and whatnot. Subscribe on iTunes. Go over to TikTok to see the Discord, and then go over to a Carrier Pigeon to see the WordPress site. And then, ask your mother. She has a secret passcode to the car that we got for you. It's a Tesla. It's a Model H, but
We didn't get you that full self-drive because you got 1 A-, but get that up next semester. Maybe we'll upgrade you.
And that was because the teacher was mad at you. You showed him out in a way, and you were like, actually, quantum qubits are actually not the same as. And you got him mad, and he kind of gave you that A-, which is not on you. It's kind of on him. But you got to play the game. You're on the field. You got to play the game. If you're up to bat, you got to play the game.
Shout out to all the kids in school right now.
You got to play the game. I wonder if there's
anyone that's like 12 or 13 that just listens to us and is like, these guys are cool as fuck. They're like grown-ups.
You got to play the game.
I listened to podcasts when I was 12.
Did you?
Yeah.
They exist yet?
Oh, yeah. I listened to a Maple Story podcast.
Oh, God. Dude,
yeah.
Bro, if I knew about because I was heavy on the Club Penguin mini clip forums, which was kind of like grown dudes playing Club Penguin. If there was a Club Penguin podcast back in the day, I'd listen to it.
I kind of feel like I looked for one back then, and there might have been one or two, but they were like really bad. They were like kids my age talking to the mic.
No,
and I was like, nah, I need like some professional Club Penguin players up in this
PCPs.
But the Maple Story one was like a grown up. No, like a fucking. Oh, it's a grown up to me because I was 12. It was like a college student. I remember his name. His name was Sherivan Covella.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I remember that because the name was so fucking weird. And then there was another guy he had a co-host who was older, who was like, he had a kid, and he talked about his kid sometimes. And I was like thinking like, whoa, like, dude, these are like fucking grown men playing this game. This is awesome. And they would just talk about it, and they would get so in depth. And I'd be like, holy shit. And I tried to make a podcast too, but I couldn't figure it out because it was really difficult back then. But
well, good thing now you have R&B pod producer.
I'm going to look up this guy. Where is he?
What's he up to nowadays? Is he playing the game? Because you got to play the game.
Sherivan Covella, project lead at Targeting and Analysis System Program.
Nice.
Self-employed. I don't know if this is the same guy.
Definitely is.
Who else would have a name like Sherivan Covella?
What is it again? Sherivan Covella?
Sherivan Covella. Let's see what he was doing in
Sherivan or Sheridan?
C.H. Shraven.
Shriven.
I think he was an Indian guy.
Shriven.
It's a cool name.
Honey, I'll hold your hand. Ricker and Bond.
I really
PDE games. You think everybody should play games and get paid for it?
Holy shit, this is him.
What's he up to?
He was an Indian guy.
Is he not Indian anymore? Did he change?
He's still Indian, but he's like a full-grown adult, and he has like a wife. And I'm totally just doxing this.
What are you
man.
on?
I'm gonna get out of this.
And his wife's name is Sharon. Are you on his Facebook? What are you on?
Bro, he like has a website, and I just found his Twitter. 3 followers. Hasn't tweeted since 2013. I'm about to tweet at him. Be like,
Got
bro.
to. Like, hey man, Maple Story.
Bro, did
Remember
you make Aqua Road Radio? Sent
Lol.
tweet. That was a great name too. Aqua Road Radio.
Is Aqua Road kind of an in-game reference?
Aqua Road. Holy shit.
50 million followers.
I just Googled Aqua Road Radio was like a level in Maple Story, and I just Googled it on Reddit, and there's a post from 2012 that says Aqua Road Radio is online again. Episodes
it was
on
off.
YouTube. All right,
Server
I'm gonna
down.
dive in. Holy shit, it's back. It's on YouTube. I want to watch that later.
What do
Okay.
you mean it's back? Like it's live?
Like someone put all the episodes on YouTube. They have 15 followers. Each
Kind of a lot
episode
for
is
an
like
old Maple Story.
this is literally bringing back memories. I'm about to cry.
Nice.
This is like before. This is like I'm thinking back. This was like I found this before I made my first website, which was a Simpsons website in 6th grade.
simpingforsimpsons.org.
Simpsonfever.com.
Solid.
Damn. Jesus, I really should have like doubled down on that. If I had known Google Ads and shit back then, probably couldn't have done anything because I wasn't 18, but
I didn't know about Google Ads till probably. Did I know in high school? Probably not. College?
I think I learned about it when I did YouTube.
It was incorporated into YouTube because it's owned by Google.
The YouTube Partnership Program. That's what it used to be
YPP.
called. That
Are
was
you
my
down with
dream, to be in that.
YPP?
Yeah, I mean now they just call it. Oh, I guess the Apple call it.
No,
that.
they just call it paying you.
They just call it monetized channel.
I mean, it is still, man, there's no other platform that's so widely used that has a better paying system than YouTube.
What do you think TikTok's gonna like pay?
They're going
people?
to have to catch up, man.
Is it because they don't have like money? They have money. Like I don't get it.
They're the 3rd biggest social media company ever.
They have ads, right?
They have ads.
I feel like I don't see as many ads.
I see
You
that.
think people would,
I think
like,
it actually
pay-
might depend on what kind of different accounts might see more ads. I'm kind of seeing.
They could literally just come up with TikTok Premium for $1 a month. You don't see any ads.
Does YouTube still have that?
Yeah, it's called YouTube Premium. I have it.
I mean,
Honestly, when I-
Instagram never monetized well for its people uploading content onto its app.
apparently Instagram pays people for reels, like way better than TikTok.
Via what system?
I don't know. I think just like Facebook I don't. Dorian talks about it. He's like, he said something like TikTok don't pay shit. I only make money from YouTube and Instagram reels. And then some other people said some stuff like that.
I did watch him. He had a live, and he got a cool light. Shout out Dorian. You got cool lights, dude. New light setup looks good. In an art picture in the back of the next to the records, there's a piece of art. Picasso. Have you seen that meme on TikTok?
No.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a guy. It's a guy walking by people in a suit working on a car, and he has a British accent. He says, "Oh, what's that?" He says, "Art project." He says, "Oh, nice, Picasso." It's
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Easy
I love
French.
being tapped into the culture.
the cyclical probably changes every. You get a viral sound every probably every 3 to 6 weeks. 6 weeks seems pushing it for a new viral sound. They just
Yeah.
scroll it through.
When will the madness end?
Table. There's the table one. The table breaks and he says, "Oh, my table."
Apparently.
Charlie bit my finger and that one popped up. You could probably make an entire account just recycling old YouTube memes or just Vines and put it on a sound. And then you just boom, boom, boom. Then you're the original creator for the sound. So people go to you like the Mafia or the Moffat twins of Teacher Pay Teacher.
Fucking YouTube, dude. Fucking YouTube and TikTok. I think I've noticed that Google Images mobile navigating through pictures is like the same as TikTok now.
You on a u.com ever?
No, what's that?
Have you heard of it? I forget what scrolled across. It made scroll across my image. I think it might have been a blockchain headline. It might have done some like privacy things. But I used it one time, and the interface of u.com, it's a search engine, the private search engine that summarizes the web for you. And it's in similar tiles and things that should probably people look at for interface tips. It's kind of interesting. Google.com is just a freaking, man, it's a white page.
Google.com is like nuts.
But I also don't really enjoy seeing like news on my search engine too much. Brave's
How much do you think it would cost to advertise on Google.com? Like the page.
just like on his Google.com page.
Like a fucking, I don't know.
Man, pretty priceless.
It's like
Average users on Google is what?
Probably billions a day. I don't know.
Average users for
How
Google.
much would it cost to advertise on Google homepage?
5.4 billion Google searches a day. This is just searches though. 227 million an hour. So maybe like 200 million users an hour.
Damn.
Average.
That's
So,
nuts.
I don't know. It's like a cost per view of like a cent or so. It's still like $200,000.
It would be expensive. It would
Just
be
a
expensive, goddammit.
an ugly banner. Just on the top above Google. Says, go to my site.
Ricker and Bond
To,
banner ad.
I mean, you could, if you would probably want to implement it in a nice non-jarring way. So you put our faces inside of the O's. That's pretty cute. You know, it's like a Google. What they could do, man, they could do, kind of do already, is when they do those Google pictures as the Google thing. If you have a company you align with as Google, you want to do a really cool partnership. Your cat looks really dope right now on the couch. Then the company has a different picture that they do the Google Doodle, and you pay for that instead of these 5-year-olds Google doodling. You know,
Yeah,
they're getting all the prime realty.
What the hell?
Like
do they know
Rosa
about
Parks'
art?
birthday, like whatever, man. Let's
Let's
get
keep the politics out of Google. Come on now.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Black History Month. Latino History Month.
This is the anniversary that the some indigenous country got its. You know, Barbados did that. Rihanna. Barbados was like,
she's
hey,
like a national.
she was a
hero or
hero, but
something.
then I was going down the rabbit hole of Barbados and heroism, and they were, I think, still under like England, and then recently they're like, nah, don't think so, don't want it.
Rihanna was like, "Hey, Britain, can
I'm
I
the
just
queen.
Buy Barbados from you. Let me
And
buy
the-
back my island."
Queen of England was like, oh, Rihanna is my queen. You can have
Whoa.
Barbados.
What if she literally bought the country back? Because I think she's a billionaire.
No, and she
Okay.
just down deep in geopolitical moneyness.
They actually made her the queen of Barbados.
She's just over here just pulling deals. She's like, all right, what do you guys want? You guys want, do you want 10 tons of gold? What? You want salt?
She's probably building roads and schools and plumbing like Akon's doing in Africa.
Akon's going hard over there. Just coining it up, coining his own stuff.
Just
like,
moving
hey,
the money around, dude.
you guys want to use my infrastructure? You're going to have to use my crypto.
Just moving that money around.
Hard
happened
power, you
this
call
week
it.
I was going to talk about, but oh yeah,
What you got?
You hear about Spotify and Neil Young and Joe Rogan?
I saw a headline. I am a fan of Neil Young's music.
Actually,
Yeah, I like Neil Young stuff.
so
No,
Neil
maybe
Young
not
was
like albums,
"Yo,
but a
I'm
few
not
songs.
down with Joe Rogan talking about vaccine
Trans.
misinformation on Spotify. So you can either have me or him, not both."
Heart of Gold, dude. Solid song. Hey, hey, my.
And
Solid
Spotify said, "Okay," and kicked off Neil Young. And so now
Now he's just Neil Younging it up.
it's just Neil Young says he feels better after leaving Spotify and its shitty sound quality.
Spotify loses $4 billion in market value, says someone with a really small logo, aka Datebook, SF Chronicle, which might have a little twisty there. These people say $4 billion market value for Neil Young, which means Joe Rogan is making them more than $4 billion.
Yeah, it's better than losing $50 billion.
Let's see. Spotify
Yeah.
lost $4 billion market value after this week. A week after rock icon Neil Young called out the company for allowing comedian Joe Rogan to use its service to spread misinformation about the COVID vaccine on his popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience.
To be fair, every company lost $4 billion this week. Yeah.
I think it is a little, correlation causation thing.
Yeah.
As of Friday, January 28th, shares of Spotify were down 12%, and I really don't think that is from Neil Young. I don't think 12% Spotify down while the rest of the tech besides
Honey, Neil Young's
Apple
not on
might
Spotify. Sell everything. Call our broker.
freaking a lion's share of NASDAQ companies are down 50%. I don't think that's exactly correlated. That is...
My smoke and chill playlist is fucked up.
My lo-fi Neil Young playlist is ruined.
Ruined, dude.
Ruined. Yeah, I am just realizing that they are correlating 4 billion in market cap probably to Neil Young, which is wrong. That's not
Yeah,
right.
incredibly
Everybody's dying.
untrue.
Relax.
Yeah.
But dude, hey, my, solid song.
I know one thing. I will not be listening to any more Spotify after
I
this.
haven't listened to Spotify in years. Hey, listen here, Neil, wife of person who has 5% of shares of Spotify. Haven't used it in years, pal. Joni Mitchell. I don't recall Joni Mitchell stuff, but I feel like people who are older know her. And she's also like, hey, I'm going to follow you, Neil Young, out of Spotify, where if you don't own your masters, I feel like they probably own their masters. You don't get paid a lot. But if
like
you do own your
someone-
masters and you really get it, if you're doing your stuff there.
Didn't Neil Young just sell his masters, or was that someone else?
It was someone else, but that is a very interesting thing. A lot of people selling masters, huh?
I think it was
Masters.
Bob Dylan.
I wonder if some financial advisors were like, hey, things are going down. You want to cash out on your really, really good music catalog right now? You might want to do that.
Could be.
Because you saw big old chaps, and I was not older before, but before I didn't really see any people that were popular musicians selling big catalogs. Also, probably because they built their catalog like from 70s until now.
Well, Lil Wayne just sold his for 100 million.
But were people doing this in like 2000, 1990?
I don't think so. Because they were like actually making money from CDs, unless they were getting fucked by record labels.
The peak has peaked.
But now you gotta like work. So I'm confused because like, all right, let's say you make like money on Spotify. Let's say you make $10,000 a month, right? To your average Joe that isn't famous, $10,000
Average
a month.
Joan.
Average Joan or Jonah, Joni
Joni Mitchell, yeah.
is $10,000 a month is a lot of money from streaming, right? But to someone like someone famous,
Me.
that's not a lot of money at all.
Yeah, don't need it.
So like I don't know, like where's the
You just take a lump sum up front, and then you don't really care for trying to get paid more so in the future because you're old and you don't really care that much. So you're like, all right, dude, give me a lump sum, baby.
Give me that 100 million.
And all these financial advisors are like, hey man, if there's any time to put a lump sum in, it's gonna be soon.
It's gonna be when this recession comes, or before this recession comes.
It's gonna be when China, gets a little nippy there in the bud.
Definitely give that money to your ungrateful grandchildren.
I was
Call you
watching.
once a year.
I saw a clip of Steve Harvey saying he's not going to give his kids any money.
That's interesting. What's your opinion on that?
I saw Shaq say a similar thing.
Yeah,
It wasn't as blatant as Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey also was doing like a stand-up bit somewhat on like the set of Who Wants to Be a Steve Millionaire.
yeah.
But he was like, yeah, y'all not going to get my money. And then Shaq was like, and Shaq, I feel like maybe a better investor than Steve Harvey, unless Steve Harvey just hides it better. But you hear Shaq talking about investing a lot. He's like, Shaq was like, y'all not rich, I'm rich, which, kind of makes a little more sense than Steve Harvey saying, I'm not going to give you guys money. But not giving your kids money in an account is dumb.
Yeah, like, is it the point of like money to keep it in your family? Pass it down. Like, what, you're gonna have your kids start over?
Stupid Steve Harvey propaganda.
Like, Steve Harvey was fucking homeless. Like, you want your kids to be homeless? Like, they probably won't be homeless, but like,
No, but the whole thing is like, oh, they'll work hard for their millions. You're like, all right, well, give them a lump sum, dude.
yeah, and also like,
Teach them how to make
I
it.
don't want to be the guy to bring this up, but like, they're both black, and so
That's what I'm saying.
might as well keep it in the race.
Well, yeah,
in
that's
the
what
blood.
that's what I was saying with like the propaganda thing. You don't see like the whole thing of freaking tribal races doing family stuff. Family has been wealth throughout like centuries of centuries, and if you're not gonna give your family wealth, then your family has no power in the world.
Yeah, I don't know, like, what's the right way to do it? I would just buy as much real estate as I can. Just be like, yo, just manage this. Just don't sell it.
Yeah, maybe I'd be like, put in an account, not tell them anything.
Yeah.
But then you also have to like educate your kids on money.
You have to.
And you can do that.
That's what the rich do, right? They just like educate their kids on money.
And they do that by having an account for their kid that they can't touch till they're like 30 and be like, all right, you see that going up, dude? That's what it's about, guy.
I often think about whenever I'm eating a
Steve
delicious,
Harvey.
juicy double. I think about the
I thought you were
one.
gonna say like steak or something. It's like elegant steak.
No, a delicious, juicy $5.50 double from In-N-Out
Which is
Burger.
probably better than a steak, man.
Literally, honestly, it's better than most things.
I don't like a lot of steaks,
It's
man.
better than sex. I think about the one lady that owns the entire company of In-N-Out, and now she literally has to do nothing. Oh wait, actually, I might be wrong. She might be the CEO. CEO.
I was reading about a Publix, the grocery store.
She's the CEO. Never mind. But she's also the owner.
Nice.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Did she create it?
No, her like
Passed down?
great grandfather did. But I was gonna say like, because I thought she was just the owner, not the CEO. I'm like, okay, she's just the owner. She literally has to do nothing. Like literally just collects checks every day. But she's the CEO, so she has like leadership like responsibilities.
This grocery store, Publix, is a privately owned company, but they give their employees stock options. They get shares of stock, and so I was trying to wrap my head around valuation of private companies, and I kind of get it with like VC lump sums. You kind of you have a certain percentage and you give that, but these people are like updating their stock share, and like Publix themselves are updating their like price of stock every quarter and then giving that to their employees. And like, is there an auditing process or like, that's a bad price? Like, what if they plummet their stock share price?
Well, isn't the stock share price based on like how much like money they have?
Maybe not though.
So like if they have 100 shares, these are
It's just strictly
numbers.
like price to book, like straight accounting. And if they have good accounting, then the price goes up.
Well, like let's say like I have stock of public company, right? And it's worth $1 a share. And the company is worth $5 million. And then the next quarter, The
But it's
company's
still
worth.
valued. Who's valuing it? Private cats, publics themselves.
Well, it's how much money the company has. So if they get an additional 10 million of funding, so now they're worth 15 million as a whole. Now my stock is worth $3.
Money.
Yeah, and then like if they lose $5 million and now it's worth $10, then my stock's worth 2.
Good old accounting.
Yeah, accounting's nuts. Stock's crazy. I listen to a lot of podcasts about founders, and they say that it's a good idea to give your employees stock because like employees like by default really don't care about your company, but if like they have ownership in it, then they'll care a little more. And you can't
Equity's
be afraid
nice.
to like give up equity.
Equity
Then-
gives a little incentivo.
Yeah, and you'll get more money in the long run because they'll work harder to grow your company.
In theory, that was what most of the employee. Well, that's what this writer said about Publix. It has lower pay, but they get stock shares. So as it grows privately, and you don't have a bad company, and you could sell it, it's very interesting. I'm reading Ray Dalio's new book, Changing World Order, talking about cycles of hard money and power world leaders and world powers over the years. I think I've talked about it before, but I got the book this time, and it's always fun, man. And they're talking about how same cycles happens with every world leader. They get good financial power, good military power, and then there's about 100 years of peace, and then a decline happens, and then the next one happens. It's happened since a long time, 600 and now. You go from hard money, and then people are like, "Oh no, dude, we actually don't have this money that you're giving us paper for," and then you go to fiat. And then everybody's like, "Oh, wait, everything's devalued." And then you go back to hard money.
When are we going back to hard money?
I don't know. You might be already there with oil a little bit. That might be the backing of the dollar a tiny bit. Everybody in their heads has like, "Yo, we had a lot of oil," but then oil's going to already declining. And then maybe some country employs Bitcoin on the people, and they're like, "Hey, Bitcoin's kind of a hard money. Maybe we have the most reserves of that."
That's the plan. That's what a lot of people are betting on. That's what Michael Saylor's betting on for sure.
People are betting that it'll be a similar percentage of gold in the financial world.
Yeah, it very well could be. Who knows? Or maybe all this thing will just go to shit, and Wells Fargo and Chase will continue to rule.
Well, they could implement a little faster. Visa does a lot of blockchain stuff already. And they got a lot of banks. Shout out Central Banks, dude. That's been fun. Dude, you ever seen those little bookstores, but like little wood houses, and they have books in them?
Mm-hmm.
There's one dope little book place that has a bunch of there was like some finance books. There's a freaking Madden 15 video game in there. Solid bookstore. Whoever stocks that in my neck of the woods, appreciate it. I gave them some books. One was about gambling. Another one was about the art of Zen and poker. Shout out if you find that. Yeah, solid book, The Changing World Order. It's on LinkedIn, I think. Most of the pages.
LinkedIn.
Education, also another factor. He basically has I think 8 to 13 or something factors. Education. Let me see if I can find it, eh?
Hey,
was that a confirmatory A?
yeah, I'm trying to think about what I read.
What did you read, eh?
I don't know. I'm reading this book about Afghanistan. It's really confusing.
History of it? Modern history or what?
The history of the entire Afghanistan war. I'm only a little bit into it, but so far I've learned that our 20-year war was half of a civil war that's been going on over there for 40 years.
I was thinking about where did the American military just leave recently? And then they gave it to the Taliban.
Afghanistan.
Was it?
Yeah.
I always think about them. Not a lot of media. Not a lot of media talking about like, good old Afghans.
I'm
Are
trying
they,
to figure out
They
this-
all right?
yeah.
Or-
Trying to figure out the story. It's talking about there's like a bunch of tribes over there and they're always like fighting each other. So,
yeah.
and the guy's kind of talking about, yeah, this is like the worst place to live ever. So
Because it used to be the best place. That used to be the hub of the world.
I didn't get to that part yet.
I think it probably won't talk about it in like old places. It like that was used to be like Mesopotamia. That used to be like humans.
Apparently Britain and fucked up a lot of shit over there too, because they love to occupy. And also India, I think, I don't want to say this wrong. India owned fucking either Afghanistan or Pakistan. I think it was Afghanistan. And then like fucking,
Also close by.
I'm not gonna fucking, I gotta read that part again. It's been like a week.
Education. These are the determinants by Mr. Ray Dalio of a key measure of power. 8 of them. All right. Education, innovation and technology, cost competitiveness, which is basically maybe like if you have to fight to keep your stuff, how much does that cost? Military strength, trade, economic output, markets and financial center, reserve currency status. America, lower a bit on education. Innovation and technology, probably okay there, America. Cost competitiveness, needed to find that a little better, but it's pretty expensive, a lot of debt to do things right now. But you can do that because you have reserve currency status. Definitely have the financial market of the world. Economic output actually might not be that much, man. China over here is outputting like just everybody's things ever.
I have a question.
Sure, I might be able to answer it.
Everybody always like shits on American education, but I like doubt other people have been to schools in other countries. So is it just like a popular thing to say that America is shitty education? Because last I checked, like people come from other countries to study in our universities to become doctors and lawyers and engineers and stuff. And it's not always the other way around. So like, what are they exactly referring to? Elementary schools? Middle schools?
Possibly it is according to this top of the page, Google, the 14th in the world in percentage of 25 to 34-year-olds with higher education. So older people don't have higher education.
14th isn't horrible. There's like 250 countries.
Well, when you're trying to be number uno, China in a different rank is like 22. It could also just be
Who's number one?
this ranking, which ranks classic things such as number one of education rankings by country 2021, according to weird.com, is the United States, dude. So it's different from page to page you go to.
Yeah, like who is like my friend has 2 roommates, one from France and one from Spain, and they're both like, yeah, our education sucks over there. That's why we came here. I had a Chinese roommate in college. He's like, yep, I came over here because the fucking math is better or something. I'm like, bro,
It's
really?
also, are these people coming here staying in America, or are they going back to a different country?
Well, they stayed. They graduated college. I don't know about the Chinese roommate. I haven't seen him in years, but my friend's roommates graduated college like a year ago and they're still here.
I anecdotally would say primary education of like younger kids
Probably.
is kind of
Kids are dumb.
lacking, because it's also just not like, because okay, China's very not individualistic, America very individualistic, so you kind of have like, you don't have an overarching direction for where kids should kind of like be educated toward, because you're like, I want to do my own thing. So very individualistic learning in America.
I know like Los Angeles, for example, had like a very poor school system in the past, like especially in the 90s, early 2000s. Like, I don't know if that's still the
School
case.
them on technology, school them on money.
School on money, computers.
For a capitalistic country, you spend no money, at least in public schools, money education on kids.
That's interesting, huh?
That's because probably they want workers. For most of the education system in America, it would pride itself on making people on a line. So then,
Can't have capitalism without workers.
yeah.
Someone got to work.
And that's also a
Couldn't
key
be me
part
though.
of it.
Y'all stay safe.
I heard that for the other day for the first time. Where's that come from? TikTok? Twitter?
I don't know. Twitter probably.
Memes, man.
I don't know.
That's also a key factor is where the world leader
In
becomes
memes?
more expensive for people. I think that's actually what cost competitiveness is, where it's cheaper to get work outside of the leader's country, and then people go other places because the money is tipping to a place where it's painful to experience. So you go other places and they get money. You don't come here. People are like, hey, I need jobs too. And then the gap gets exponentially bigger.
This gap about to get huge.
Sorry to breathe.
Everybody, educate yourselves on how to make money online. Please, I beg of thee.
It's still, I mean, that's kind of the individualistic thing. As
Kinda.
a country, you either have to do taxes or get more money other places.
Fuck.
And so everyone, and if you don't have reserve currency, then it's usually taxes. But since America has a reserve currency, then they're just printing a lot of money and holding things up, maybe giving people money because taxes hurts a lot of people, and that's not fun. And that makes the infighting even worse. I don't know how you stop the cycle, man. I don't think it's impossible. I think also, man, I heard a phrase that I think is pretty freaking good that I've been thinking about a little bit. It was like, if you're worrying, then you should probably worry less. If you're not worrying, you should probably worry more. And I think about that a couple times in the last few weeks, and I was like, that's a good sentence, man.
Damn.
Any headlines you got?
Any headlines? No, I'm just thinking about coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic.
That's a long time.
What if it's just the decade of the pandemic?
I mean,
The
Yeah.
20s?
I
Might
mean,
as well
it's-
buckle down.
it's not going to be like away for at least a decade.
That's
26, you might have like no one talking about it in the media, but then there's going to be like one person or a few that die, and they're like, "Oh, it's ramping back up."
We got to get our 8th
2027.
vaccine.
I'm good. I'm not trying to get booster every 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I already got COVID, and like, it felt great. Like, I actually didn't feel anything. Don't know if that was because of the shot or because I'm just fucking superhuman, but
Oh snap! There's a new Supreme Court justice.
who?
It is a lady named Michelle Childs.
A lady.
With a NBC News, get a better picture. This does look like a MySpace Facebook picture from 2008. What are you guys doing? It's pixelated.
Fresh news. Supreme Court Justice.
President Joe Biden is considering. So why do you just say confirmed? Huh? Why does your headline say confirmed and your first sentence says considering? Judge J. Michelle Childs. Is her name Jay or is her name Michelle? What's going on here? As a potential candidate to succeed Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer when he retires later this year, White House spokesman confirmed Friday night. Childs worked in South Carolina, first person in the Biden administration has publicly identified as a possible nominee. Confirmed. All right. White House confirms under consideration. Might be misreading. Well, that probably means she's going to get it if I've heard nobody else. That's interesting.
These fucking politics. They're boring.
It kind of depends on where you look.
It kind of depends on who's president.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, I don't know if it just media was super, super pumped up about that presidency before, or this one's less.
The media was just having a fucking they
were stoked.
They were literally creating jobs around the Trump presidency. CNN was like hiring Trump reporters, like
Really?
like a Trump reporting team. And then once Biden was president, like they all lost their jobs.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very, very interesting.
And now their like ratings are like way lower than Joe Rogan's.
I wonder if JFK was like, people in the media were like, yo, dude, this actor, what is he doing? But wasn't he like a local government before he was, after he was an actor?
I don't know.
CJ.
I don't know. Did people give a shit that Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor?
I mean, I was in California, but that's probably the only governor I knew off top.
Yeah.
It's media, man. Politics is media. Media is politics.
I say Idris Elba. Wait, no, he's British. Never mind. Should run for president.
Dual citizenship, maybe?
I think you gotta be born here.
Ukraine, dude. Ukraine's popping off over there a little bit. Little Russia-Ukraine action. White House warnings over Russia straying Ukraine-U.S. partnership.
Gary Vee said something like you weren't allowed to leave the Soviet Union from like 1903 to 1990 or something, or 1980 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were literally trapped. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
While Ukraine's president complained about acute and burning warnings from Washington, the Pentagon issued a dire new appraisal asserting Russia has amassed enough troops to invade Ukraine's country. Oh, Taiwan, Russia, or Taiwan, China, little Ukraine, Russia. Another determinant in this book is if a world leader decides not to intervene in other countries trying to take over other countries, either because you look weak and that might look bad on a geopolitical scale, or it's way too expensive to intervene in the country. But then that means you might get a lesser of a position on the geopolitical chessboard if these other top-ranking countries are getting more land and taking over people or doing bad things potentially. Ukrainian reservists gear up in case of conflict with Russia. Apparently, Google News wants me to know about Russia today.
Russia.
It goes snowstorm, Supreme Court justice, to Ukraine, Kansas woman led female ISIS battalion in Syria. Huh? What, dude? You got a little chick from Kansas going over to Syria to do. Does that mean ISIS fighting ISIS battalion? An American woman from Kansas allegedly joined ISIS and led an all-woman battalion. Hey, all-woman ISIS. At least we're making progress, right?
At least we're getting there.
An all-woman battalion in Syria has been arrested and charged by federal prosecutors with conspiracy to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization. Allison Fluke Ekren was 42 years old. She was apprehended in Syria, transferred to FBI. Fluke Ekren allegedly wanted to recruit operatives to attack a U.S. college campus and is accused of discussing a terrorist attack on a shopping mall. Well, zoinks, Allison. What are we doing? You're not getting enough hug? You need a hug, dude?
Breaking news.
Allison Fluke Ekren is dead in FBI custody?
Yes.
No.
Another super popular singer that's super hot with the kids. Joni Mitchell.
I said that like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke.
You think I know Joni Mitchell off top?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. What are her? I feel like I know some of her songs.
I don't know, but her 4,000 monthly listeners are going to be disappointed.
She's old. She's an old lady. Give me some tracks. What are some songs? Here we go. Both Sides. She's also Canadian. Neil Young is Canadian too. I don't know these off top. But she was more attractive when she was younger than she is now. I'll say that much, Jimmy.
That's usually how it goes.
She wasn't super attractive. She kind of had big teeth. Maybe French. I don't know what part of the French gives you more pronounced teeth, but I feel like it's part of the French.
Kim
French teeth.
Kardashian's underwear brand Skims is now worth $3.2 billion.
Where's my check, Kim?
Good for you,
I did
Kimberly.
a lot of the groundwork here with Skims. I know I was at the meetings. I was out there.
I was an angel investor
I told you where to go, where to put your money.
back when it was called Kimono.
I was Weinstein, not Weinstein. I was what's his name, dude? I was Epsteining your finances, dude. Not the weird stuff though, just the finances. And you were over here, and I haven't heard a call from you in months. I had to call Kanye. He's over here talking about AIDS and whatnot. I was like, Kanye, what are we doing?
Yeah, I wonder what that's about.
What do you wonder?
I wonder if he's actually telling people Pete Davidson has AIDS.
I don't know. It's a very TMZ headline.
It's a very
Paparazzi.
I'm just asking because I just slept with Pete Davidson like not too long ago.
Just like
I'm
next to him, though. Just next to him, though. I don't know how AIDS works.
I just need to know so that
There
I
is
don't feel like making a trip to the doctor.
There's a Morgan Freeman movie with Tom Hanks and like a cast of other like dope actors. It was in the 90s, and it's like they're lawyers, and one lawyer had AIDS and he was gay, and like everyone is like afraid of it because apparently in the 90s like they're afraid of the gay AIDS. Like if people touch you, then you got AIDS. That's what people thought, and that's basically what the premise of this movie was.
Yeah.
And
Was this Milk?
Milk?
The movie Milk?
I don't know what it was called. Milk movie. Is that a joke?
No.
Oh, no, because it seems to have come out in 2008. Milk. What is Milk?
It's about a gay politician like during the AIDS epidemic.
Well, probably the same thing where everybody had the AIDS cooties, and he was talking about he was like.
I think it's during the AIDS thing. It might have been earlier, but yeah, it's about a gay.
Why did I bring up AIDS? Oh, because Kanye and
Pete Davidson.
And then the sleeping joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you sleep next to someone, then you might get the AIDS.
If you literally look at Pete Davidson in the eye, into his baggy eyes, you're gonna get AIDS.
I saw someone that said Pete Davidson does look like he has something, and I was like, yeah, like depression.
Crohn's disease.
Depression in a long line of attractive looking females dating.
Yeah. What's up with him and just like
And apparently a big weenie.
pulling the hottest women?
Maybe the big weenie.
Yeah, it was like you can't like they don't know you have a big weenie until they see you naked.
Well, the thing about big weenies, I just like there's been about 4 big weenies. That's 5 now. I don't know. Maybe you're funny. You're funny and you laugh. Yeah, self-deprecating or something. I don't know.
Also the fame, but also if you're famous, then no one's famous. I guess if like you're an A-list celebrity.
Peer to peer.
But Kim Kardashian's a little more famous than Pete Davidson, I think. But they're still
Quite.
both pretty famous. Like they
I would
still
say-
both can't walk down the street.
In my head, I saw a lot more paparazzi over Kardashian than Pete. Also because Kardashian has made a lot of her publicity being public.
Also depends where you are. Like LA, New York.
Afghanistan, not really big fans of Pete Davidson, but love
Probably
Kardashian.
not.
Love
South
Kardashian.
Africa can't stand Kim Kardashian, but they go hard over
Pete goes
Davidson.
out there. Pete goes out there, especially the segregated South Africa back in the day. Oh, loves Pete. Both sides. Funny enough.
Pete Davidson. How old is
Pete
this guy?
Davidson went down there during the segregation of South Africa, and he was like, "Guys, what are we doing here? Let's come together like the Beatles."
He's 28. Mr. Pete Davidson.
P Young.
Pretty young.
Dang, really? Only 28? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's what I thought, but like I wouldn't have been surprised by a 31.
No, he's
Maybe
pretty
a
young.
32.
Where's it? Where did he start? Like, what was he?
Oh,
How
he
did
was
he
in
get on
my-
SNL? Like, you just
my
try
backyard.
out.
Where did I know him from? I don't know.
I probably did stand up first, obviously.
Now cats are just doing internet comedy groups and getting on SNL.
Literally.
And it all started with Beck and Kyle.
I like how you can make comments and then that just makes its own, like comments in stand up, and then that just makes its own Wikipedia section. Catholic Church comments, Dan Crenshaw comments, on Pete Davidson's page for Wikipedia?
Comedy, stand up, and then Nick Cannon. How'd you get Forbes 30 under 30, dude? In 2016.
How do you get what?
He was Forbes 30 under 30 in
I remember he was on the
2016.
Justin Bieber roast
Yeah, that was
a while
that
ago,
seems to be
2015.
the same. Yeah, 2015.
Davison first tried stand up at age 16 in a Staten Island bowling alley where a group of friends, knowing of his comedy aspirations, dared him to go on stage. Davidson's earliest on-screen appearance was in the third episode of the MTV comedy series Philosophy, which premiered February 28, 2013. That was 9 years ago, so he was, 19? The following month, he appeared in PDA and Moms, a third season of the MTV2 reality TV comedy series Guy Code. The first of 4 episodes, which was features that June, his first televised stand-up aired as part of a second season of the Comedy Central program, Gotham Comedy Live, which showcases stand-up comedians at the Gotham City Comedy Club in New York City. The following month, he returned to MTV2 with an appearance on Nick Cannon Presents Wild 'N Out in his first of 6 appearances on the show. He then made stand-up appearances on the television series Brooklyn Nine-Nine. In 2014, he got onto the show Sober Companion, but did not make it onto the series. He joined Saturday Night Live with the show's 40th season premiere in 2014. At age 20, he was the first SNL cast member born in the 90s and was one of the youngest members ever. The first new addition to the cast that season. Davidson was also given a chance to audition for the show through regular Bill Hader, who he had met through filming a small part in the 2015 Judd Apatow film comedy Trainwreck.
It all goes back to Judd Apatow.
Dude, Judd Apatow.
Mafia.
Just like, you don't want to make him mad, is what I'm saying.
Big hitter.
You don't want to piss him off.
Head honcho.
Well, I knew he was friends with Judd Apatow, low key.
You see Judd Apatow in a get together, you're going to want to go up to him, give him a firm handshake.
I want to know what the fuck how Judd Apatow started, this 54-year-old guy.
Well, in 2013,
Well, he got started in 2019.
on the MTV television show, The Guy Code.
He's been around since the 80s, so I'm not going to get into him.
Apatow
He
began.
went to USC. Shout out, go Trojans. It's probably a good place to start.
Yeah, low-key, LA-ish. It is always kind of cool. I like people doing things at USC.
LA
have
is so
I
fucking
used to walk around in there, bro.
small, dude. The older I get, I'm just like, dude, like, LA is small.
He organized with future SNL people at USC,
Really?
stand-up routines.
I have a friend who's an audio guy, and he told me that he got in like a, not a fight, but an altercation. Not an altercation.
Tiff.
Argument.
Feud.
Yeah, during one of his gigs, and it was like for Live Nation, and he got fired from Live Nation.
Ah,
And
Jay-Z's not going to like that.
he told me that, and I just remember thinking, damn, bro, like, you're never going to work again.
What was it about? You know?
I don't know. But like, he just lost his job because he like got in an argument with someone. I'm like, dude, like Live Nation, that's like a third of all the shows in LA. Like, you know?
Man, I'm trying to think, especially if I was in that position, dude. And I'm not a very argumentative guy, but if there's anything that could make me just get in a shouting match with somebody and then just get like blacklisted.
Kind of has a temper.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those guys. He's good sound engineer, but you know, like, you don't want to work.
You got to be even killed if you're going to handle these wires, bucko.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like Live Nation, dude, that's like literally a fucking Staples Center. Fucking all the the hugest, the best gigs you could ever get. That's not Golden Voice. Is just like live, like.
What do you think? What do you think went down?
Both coasts. I think he probably got into an argument with the musician or something, and it just looked unprofessional on the side of the venue. And they're like, "Hey, we got to let you go."
That's no go. You better go to business for yourself, there, temper boy.
Yeah, like he is in business for himself, but like Live Nation's booking all these gigs for him. Like he has his own sound company.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the issue. Because most of these sound companies just hire fucking independent people. Unless they're really good, then they like keep them around. But it's like, bro, like now you got to
That's
move to
interesting.
Texas or something.
So who's contracting his company?
Just like fucking, like, I don't know. I think he like worked with like an agency or something that like reaches out to sound guys.
Man, I want a documentary about like the seedy side of LA agencies. Talked about it with Pappy Toe a little bit when he was on. But I was like, yo, is there like an agency mafia going around or what?
I know a guy that used to work for an agency. He said it was the worst job he's ever had. Like
What's that?
$14 an hour, maybe $13 an hour, because
That's
he
no
was
way,
called
man.
what's called a junior agent. So you have to like work your way up.
Yeah,
But he
you
said
got
it
to.
was so much work, and it was just contracts and emails. He would work like 12 hours every day. He said he wanted to shoot himself.
And then he did. Rest in peace.
Nah, he's still alive.
Anyways, you're gonna have a good show for United.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
He's cool. I don't
Till he
want to
died.
work that. I hate concerts now, working for that shit. Production.
Yeah. In the midst of it. Because also, like, I don't know, I said it, minutes ago, but you're making it, but, the equity isn't there.
No equity. Experience, you learn. I learned a lot of shit. I definitely
good.
felt like I had an upper hand in arguments about why Travis Scott couldn't have possibly known people were dying below him.
And that's what it all came down to,
That's
like
literally all the training was for that.
a few years
because
of
he
just-
had headphones in, man. How can you hear people dying?
the decibels in the headphones is supposed to drown out the audience. You're not supposed to. You think you're going to hear one person yelling, "Oh, I'm dying"? No way.
They're literally designed to drown out everything, except
See, the company,
the track.
just ergonomically, it
Like,
fits in your
that's-
ear like no other.
He might honestly get off because of that.
Is he still going, dude? What's good with that? You getting some lawyers?
It's about to be a fat lawsuit. He's just like,
Might be
I'm sure
next,
he's just like,
my next Brian Ferry. Might have to go to court, see what's good.
he could lose everything. I don't think he's going to go to jail, but he'll lose a lot
He
of money.
probably has to meet him halfway because he's rich.
Yeah. Fuck. That's
Or you just like, I mean, is there a company representing the dead people?
there is a
Is there
lawyer.
a pool? Is there perhaps like a DAO of some sort?
There's a famous lawyer.
Johnny
I forgot
Cochran?
his name.
Yeah, I saw this man's, I didn't know before. Johnny Cochran was OJ's lawyer? Or is he the white one? There was a black one. There was a black lawyer. He did the glove thing. No, OJ did the glove thing. But this man's because I was watching a little bit of old. So there's once in a blue moon I go down a deep hole of Norm Macdonald clips, and he on SNL, one of his things he did as what's the news? They do the news bit, and like it was just a bunch of OJ stuff, and he was like just bashing on OJ a lot. And so there's a picture of his lawyer putting on like a beanie, like a mask. I never saw that. I thought it was quite humorous. Norm's punchline was OJ said, "Oh no, that's my murdering mask." It's quite funny.
Damn. Someone just made a fucking, I don't know. Someone just made a Khloe Kardashian joke because you know that she's OJ's daughter.
His daughter. What do you mean?
That's because fucking the Kardashian father was.
Oh, that's a good joke.
lawyer.
Good
Yeah.
joke. Good joke. Solid joke.
People forget that's where it all started. Rob Kardashian.
Solid. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's, the Kardashians really have their claim to fame is someone being murdered.
Yeah. And also porn. Also.
I mean, it's building blocks. It's not
building
either
blocks.
or. It's and.
Yeah. People say, I probably said this before. People were like, oh, Kim Kardashian didn't really do much. Just a fucking porn star. I'm like, yo, there's lots of porn stars. None of them have become billionaires.
It's actually
None of
really
them.
amazing. Well, she wasn't a porn star really.
Yeah, I'm
You-
not
you
even going to
say
say porn
porn
star.
star.
That's incorrect because everybody's made a sex tape. I've made a sex tape, but it's just not public.
And her celebrity didn't predate the porn tape. It post-dated the porn tape. She got famous because of porn in public. She wasn't
Yes.
famous before.
Was she famous before?
I don't believe so. I mean, Kardashian, Jenner.
I think she was kind of famous. Not like that famous.
I don't know.
She wasn't like as
I
famous.
I think she maybe was public, and that's, I guess, celebrity porn tape.
I think
might be a thing.
fucking Paris Hilton was the famous one, and they were
She really,
friends.
Paris Hilton, just a big OG in the influencer space. Apparently, she's killing it with her NFT stuff. Under
I
Armour
can
over
see.
here, costing me I should have got in sooner, but like, man, Under Armour, you're gonna drop a Stephen Curry shoe as a digital shoe. I would never buy a physical shoe, but I'm on a computer. I'm gonna go buy a digital shoe, my guy.
Really? You wouldn't buy a
That was
physical
the-
shoe over a digital shoe?
Well, I've said this before. NFTs made me 20% more willing to buy stupid stuff because I can buy it on my computer.
Interesting.
I'm not going to buy, I don't care about shoes, but an Under Armour shoe that I can potentially see the value of go up on my marketplace, on my computer screen. And like one of the first drops of like a digital collectible from Stephen Curry.
Damn. Speaking of NFTs, that one I sold a while ago for $2,000 is now worth 40 grand.
You know, long hold, baby.
It was at a peak of 84 grand. Wow, that's crazy. Interesting how these NFT things are weathering the storm. Well, it did drop
Some.
50%, but still, it's still a lot of money.
I mean, you go up and then you revert a little bit.
That's
All these
I
big
wish I could-
institutions are pumping money, man.
You ever see those TikTok memes where it's just like the guy like looking at his past self saying, no, don't do it. That's me
no.
right now to my past self in September, just screaming like, don't fucking sell. Don't fucking sell. You don't need that money.
There's literally no, like, unless you like need to eat, there's no, like, just imagine it going to zero and that's fine, man.
I didn't even need to eat. I just want alcohol.
For those of you listening, my mouth dropped.
Yeah.
You sold an NFT for booze?
Bro, I bought it at 400. It was worth $2,000.
So I'm cool, but like, I guess you could, no one really
Keep
knew
in mind-
that it could go, but like buy and hold, man. That's the thing.
But I also
Wealth is
needed-
made with holding.
I also needed money. But also, I was also like, dude, this is a lame NFT. Like, it's not gonna, there's no way. There's a small chance. But like, this kind of
Yeah.
feels like the top, honestly. Because it was high
Yeah.
for the time. And then a week later, it went up to 15 grand.
And this is what times?
September, beginning of September. And
Yeah,
then
everyone wasn't all in on like, oh yeah, these things can make you wealthy.
Yeah, I was like, there was CryptoPunks and there was Bored Ape Club. And I was like, well, okay, what are the chances that's going to happen again? You know, like I made an easy $4,000, you know, cool. I can invest that into something else, which I did, which also tanked. But, you know, it's not that juicy $80,000 I could have made. Just the salary.
I mean, yeah, that being said, it is a pretty big freaking crapshoot.
Yeah. So whatever. At least I didn't lose anything besides potential gains.
Yeah, which hurts more.
Kinda.
It hurts more. Well,
Also, that would have been a tax nightmare. Do I really want to deal with that?
yeah. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I gotta pack right now, and I have to think about taxes.
Yeah, I gotta organize my shit. I feel like I'm gonna get fucked.
Pretty organized with a couple of things. I gotta do like 2 things, but they're the most annoying things because they're the most like 1099-ish things plus crypto. And I'm like, oh, you ready to weather the storm with me, pals? Gonna figure this one out?
I get a pretty decent amount taken from my paycheck, but I made a lot in crypto that I kind of like. Some of it touched my bank account.
Now, I don't know this for certain, but is a tax season January to January or is it April to April?
I think it's January to April.
Because if it's to April, I'm in good sittings with my crypto because it's down. That's a good thing to think about.
I don't know.
But also didn't.
My shit's went down. I sold for a loss a lot. Well, like
I don't
not
like selling
not like
things,
on
man.
purpose. Not
What do
like
you mean?
on purpose, but like it was up and then it was down, and I was like, but it was like way up, and then it was kind of down. I was like, okay, like I don't know, fuck it.
I don't like selling.
Yeah. And by sell, I mean swap for another crypto that
Sure.
doesn't do well. I'm
Which
not
is
talking
taxed.
about
That
selling.
is taxed.
Yeah, that is taxed. Fuck. It's-
There's a site I use that I don't have an affiliate link for, but it's pretty useful. Coinly with a K. It is like $69 to track all your transactions. You upload your wallet, which is, if you're paying taxes, it tells probably the government like this is you. But if you're paying taxes, you're not doing it. Oh, I'm gonna run away from the government with taxes, dude. Just pay some taxes.
yeah.
And help the deficit. It'd be a patriot. USA. But Coinly has supremely gotten order of transactions made and profit and losses. Very helpful.
Damn.
I would suggest it because if you got a lot of wallets and one of the
It's called what? CoinLink?
Coinly with a K, like there's no other word like that.
Holy shit.
$100 for a year of 100 transactions, I believe.
Holy available. Huh. CoinLink calculates.
I would highly suggest it. At least, if not to fix crypto tax problems, to at least get a better. It prints you out a paper, multiple things.
So can I just hand this to my accountant?
It'll help. It'll help.
Okay. All right. Thank God.
Yeah.
I was literally.
You would
shitting
literally have to go
bricks.
through every wallet, every transaction, every swap, see where you bought it at. And the good thing about digital currency is that's on a ledger online, and that's what Coinly does. You upload your wallets. That has a bevy of wallets, and it definitely will help your accountant, your tax professional.
Oh man, I'm scared. Oh wow, I can continue with Coinbase.
That's something.
I
I'm
wonder
sure a
if I
lot of
should-
people wouldn't like this because, like, oh, then the government's I'm gonna be doxxed, and you're already doxxed. Relax.
Bro, I'd rather do this than the IRS show up to my door with
You nerds,
handcuffs.
dude. These freaking nerds. These 26-year-olds, and like not these like I don't know. These like off. Off the grid cats that are like whatever. Do your own thing. Whatever. I am quite plugged into this society.
I don't want to go to jail.
Quite plugged into the society. Taxes are going to tax. Also, another thing with the changing world order thing is the more you devalue money, you got to tax more, and then people score it out to other countries or other states, and then infighting begins and stuff, and you see it all. When you read all these things from a very macroeconomic mind that's been doing it for a long time, you're like, oh, you got a good mind, Mr. Dalio. Then you see all these things, and you see like the micro like personalities of people. It's kind of out of body experience, and not out of body experience, but in that same realm, you're like, you guys are just in the cycle, and you're just getting worked up. Relax.
Everybody just chill. Coinly's on it.
You're probably getting silly.
Please don't tell me I owe like 15 grand.
I'm not even sure. Is cap gain still a thing with crypto right now?
Is what?
Capital gain taxes a thing with crypto right now?
I think so.
Yikes.
And I think it's higher because our good friend Joey B.
They wanted to. I don't know if that passed.
All I know is I'm scared, but my Robinhood is significantly lower than it was last January. So, and
Congrats.
also, I bought a lot of shit I can write off. So, bought a couple computers, one computer, and a desk. So,
Yes. Buy this shirt last year?
oh, you bought your shirt. I didn't buy my shirt. I stole it. I'm renting it.
Just like 20 decades from now, just rolling in like a bunch of assets, really cool assets, a lot of cash flow, a lot of free cash flow. Then you get just a big old bill from a old employer about a Shure SM7B, and you look at it and you laugh,
I'll just
and you
literally
paid it.
just buy it from them
That's
for a discount because it's used.
I've been using it for 2 years.
It's COVID all over it.
Shout out Coinly, dude. See if you can get in like an affiliate program or something.
I'm actually like scared.
Oh, it gives you all the fun stuff that people haven't thought about since 2020 when they were doing fun stuff with crypto. It definitely slaps you in the face with this. It's like, all right, now that's good.
It's going to be a wake up call, but this would be a good TikTok to make.
Are you afraid of taxes this season?
Are you about to get fucked by Uncle
Hold
Sam?
on, dude. So you haven't. So you guys are forgetting something huge: taxes. Now I've been using this service called Coinly.
How funny would it be? Someone makes a TikTok. Bon Jin arrested for tax evasion.
That'd be a solid one.
That would be too clean.
So your favorite creators are about to get locked up in jail. Let me tell you why. So you've been buying NFTs.
Got arrested
swap here, pancakes, sushi, tomato. Guess what, pal? You're in for a fucking treat.
Oh God, why does it take us so long to authorize my device?
Yeah, I got like 7 wallets popped into Coinly. Do they have?
I have a lot of wallets. No, I have like 3. One of them's a mess.
Yeah. People haven't thought about this.
One wallet says I have my Coinbase wallet says I have $3.3 trillion.
That might be bad. Congrats, bro.
Yeah. So
Make sure there's nothing bad on that.
that's definitely a.
But is that
It's definitely a hack. That's like a.
on the BC?
That's not like that's definitely like a bug.
Well, maybe you can write it off. Dude.
That would be great.
I like on this
$50 in ETH in here. Nice.
dude, I opened my my Coinbase Pro in a couple months ago. I was like, sick.
Oh, sick. Pocket change.
So fun, dude. That's literally how the wealthiest people have got wealthy, was by forgetting about assets in a wallet that they don't have.
Dude, I get random airdrops, bro, and it's like, oh,
careful with
$5,400,
those.
and I look it up. It's like, yeah, it's the biggest scam. Don't ever.
Yeah. Be careful with those.
Yeah.
There was a big headline with that.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit.
I think there was a scam. Someone dropped an NFT into one of my OpenSea wallets, and I was like, oh, what's this? And then I just was rating somewhere. I was like, yo, do not do anything with that. Just let it sit there, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
Like fishing. It's just like 3D fishing scams, you know? It gets a little cooler. On this Coinly site, I like how they have a cloud of people they use. And it's not like cool, like, oh, we're backed by BlackRock and the NBA. It's just like IRS, Canada, German.
Whoa, what are all these wallets? Oh, I don't know. Sorry, I was just looking around.
Oh, on Coinly? Yeah, they got wallets on wallets, bro.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Be like, are you sure you want to do this? It's not looking good already. Review your settings. All right, I do live in the United States.
All right.
Okay,
Live.
so these are like exchanges. Do they have like wallet, like
MetaMask.
Rainbow Wallet and all
Rainbow.
that shit? Oh, thank God. Okay. All right.
Live Coinly setup on recordball.io.
Yeah. All right. I'll fuck with that later. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay as long as I'm aware.
It's literally like the stress that it'll put on you is way less than the stress of you trying to figure it out yourself.
I was just gonna give it to him. Just be like, hey man.
Give him what?
Just literally just be like, just print out
Your transactions?
screenshots.
I was there as well, bro. And I'm gonna give him the most things I can give, dude. Because I don't know if they probably don't know how to do it. The poor chaps.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like there was like I on the thing homie gives me, it's like, it is like, have you bought Bitcoin or Ethereum? And I'm like, oh,
have I?
I'm glad you know at least 2 assets.
Oh
It's
man, you're gonna want to contact Ethereum customer support.
Yeah, about that, Jim. You're gonna get away with these cats if you got these young bulls.
I'm gonna look up what happens if you don't pay taxes. I mean, I know what happens, but like, how long do you have?
Like just normal taxes, or like
Like, let's say you just don't file your taxes. Like,
I don't know, dude.
If you don't pay your tax bill in full by the April 15th, the IRS will charge interest on whatever is outstanding.
Oh,
so
really?
You just get charged interest. Not that big.
Yo, sick gig, IRS.
It's only 5 or 6%. They also may sock you with a late payment penalty of 0.5% per month with a maximum penalty of 25%. Okay, but when do you go to jail? The IRS will not put you in jail for not being able to pay your taxes if you file your return. Any action taken to evade taxes, to evade the assessment of a tax, such as filing a fraudulent return, can lead you to prison. Ah, I see.
So, yeah.
Don't they
If
like
you're-
garnish your wages and shit though?
Oh, I don't know much about cooking.
Yeah.
Been watching Norm a lot.
What
I think that's
happened?
kind of like a Family Guy comedy too.
I feel like Family Guy is pretty influenced by him.
There's a joke on one of his roasts or somewhere, and I think it was Jesselnick actually. He was like, "Norm's funny, but he won't get his respect until he's dead." That was funny.
Damn. That's
It's true. I only like him until he's dead. Same with a
Oh no.
lot of folks.
Sinking estimated 15 minutes. They're doing a lot of work.
Oh yeah, dude. And it goes back too. I was like, ooh, I haven't.
We really need to go. We don't need to go back to 20.
Yeah, can I just get like I really like,
They really don't need to know what I've been up to.
but everybody does know. But everybody does know.
All right, let's go ahead and add a wallet and say rainbow.
I got MetaMask in there, Coinbase, some Binance in there, man. Shout out Binance Coin.
Oh, Coinbase wallet. Here we go. Oh, I can download your transaction history and upload it here.
You probably don't need that for most. Most it does it automatically. Some it'll screw up, and you can do that.
Dude, I'm scared. Connect blockchains. Oh, fuck. It's connecting to blockchains now.
Shout out accounting, dude.
Yeah. Shout out software for making this easy. Love it.
Shout out money for being literally just accounting.
Wait, so I just need my public key, so I can literally put in anybody's public key and just like turn in theirs as mine.
There wasn't really a lot of vetting, was there? I mean, like, it's public. Y'all want blockchain? You got a blockchain, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm basically telling them that this is mine, that I'm doing this right. But, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I was
find out.
saying. Of like cats being like, "Oh, I don't want to dox myself. The government's gonna know." Like, if you're not,
They're going to find out.
if you're not freaking just like a tech whiz and really just bout it. If you're just half bout it, if you're just like jokingly like, "Oh, I'm gonna," stop, relax.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
Stop
You're
it.
dumb.
Get some help.
You're dumb. Stop what you're doing. Go in the Coinly.io. Coinly.io /.
Hey man, don't even try it. We're not in college anymore. The scamming, it needs to stop.
You're grown, dude. You know,
Like-
you either become a pro or you get weird. You know,
Like when you were 20, you get slapped on the wrist. You're
yeah,
26.
amateurs. You know, you're in the McDonald's All-Star team. You can go out a night for the strip club. You know, you can
Yeah.
go for a round of booskies with your broskies, and then show up to the game the next day. You better be doing sprints Saturday
better be on your
before
shit, boy.
This is game. You know, you're not just up to the bat. This isn't T-ball. They have a dad as a pitcher now.
A what?
You know, when you went up in the ranks of baseball, you had someone's dad throw you the ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's big time. Now there's someone's dad throwing you an underhand pitch.
Oh shit, dude.
This
Those
isn't
young
just on the
dads.
tee anymore.
T-ball.
When I got out of baseball is when the kids started throwing it. I didn't trust them kids. They're gonna hit me.
When I got out of baseball was when they said you're not good enough to continue. You're not good enough to play summer league.
Summer league. Yeah, I was almost. I remember I think I was like a sophomore maybe. I might have been a junior. And I was doing basketball for the first time organized, and I sucked because I never played basketball. But I was on the. I think I was either on like the freshman or the JV. It was like freshman JV mix because they didn't have enough cats, and and we didn't have enough people, so like they scrapped that team, and a couple people could go to varsity. And this kind of nerdy, short freshman JV coach was like, "Dude, you can do it, bro." And because he was like, I was tall, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, you got it, bro. You can do this." And I go to this one varsity practice, and I really wish this was more of a memory in my head because it's pretty interesting. But you're doing layups, and if you miss a layup, you got to go do a lap because you can't miss a layup. It's a freaking easy basket. I was missing layups back and forth, dude. I don't think I knew how to do a layup.
Dude,
and,
I keep missing layups, dude.
And coach was like, "Nah, you're not going to be on this varsity team."
That's embarrassing.
It was bad. I think I was a junior.
In high school?
It was either sophomore or junior.
Damn. Yeah, no, basketball at my school was serious. You needed to be good to be on junior varsity, so I didn't even try.
Well, there wasn't enough people, so like freshman JV was the thing, or it might have been just freshman, and I was doing this at the JV squad.
Damn, to be on varsity basketball, what have that been like?
Will Smith. But then fast forward 40 years and you're under a LA bridge.
I work at the DMV. You're like, hey, don't worry, Mr. Big. You don't have to turn in homework today. You're good. You got a big game. Rest up.
And then back to now.
Oh God. Oh God, Coinly. This is not a sponsor, by the way, but if you want to sponsor me, if I like your shit, I'll fucking promote it.
Oh, I like it.
They got an affiliate program. What's up?
I'm not seeing it.
Low key, I'll fucking promote the shit out of this so they can get.
Oh, they do.
Oh God.
Woo. You click that at
bro.
the bottom and then read that. It's at the bottom of their site.
What does it say?
There's an affiliate URL link, footer link, and then read their advertising there. You might like that.
Affiliates. Let's see what we got here. Whoa!
I'm sure that's a little overselling, but that's a solid number.
Whoa! 40%.
Plus perpetuity for all these cats doing taxes if they do like just trades on trades.
Oh God! Okay.
If it is like that,
fuck. Okay, I'm fucking applying for this as soon as this podcast is done.
Let's end it now. By the way,
damn. Hey guys, I got fucked in taxes this year, but you don't have to.
Easy sell, dude. Easy sell.
Fucking Uncle Sam's been eating my ass all year.
That's literally probably out of that TikTok, you probably get the most revenue you'll have.
I feel like I could make commercials. I feel like I watch enough TV. I don't anymore, but I used to.
You should watch TikTok. I was watching one brand TikTok of a lady cooking, and she was doing Dawn, and I was watching it for a pretty long time. She was making chicken lollipops. You seen those?
I think I have seen those.
You you masturbate the chicken leg a little bit.
Ew.
And to get it on the top, and then, but she was cooking, and I was watching like the placement was like, it was a long form TikTok too, maybe like 20-30 seconds in, and I watched it pretty thoroughly. But these brands really need to like, they had a script for her, and they like, oh, you can clean the freaking countertop and blah blah blah. And it's like, let this chick talk about Dawn, and it won't seem as weird. Dawn.
You think if you watch it, if it's just a straight up Dawn review?
No, I was watching it because I was watching someone make chicken, and she incorporated it into the middle. And if she wasn't forced by Dawn bureaucracy to have a weird script, it would have been a little more natural.
Dawn fucking brands hit me up, and they're always like, schedule a meeting.
Ew.
Yeah, and I just,
what are you doing?
I just respond with the rate, because no.
Just give me a script. Relax, dude. This isn't how we do things. Now people are entitled, and they like to do everything on the internet and no meetings. Haven't you read 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss?
Yeah, it's like, bro, like I don't want to waste 30 minutes of my life so that you can tell me no when I tell you the price, you know?
LOL, dude.
Yeah, like
bigger brands, smaller brands.
Like me, they're not like huge brands, but they're like companies, you know, they have money.
Yeah.
But whatever. This one cat was like, and I asked for a lot too, because this was like a job. This one cat was like, I want you to make 30 videos in a month for my TikTok, for my company. And I said, all right, well, that will literally take away from everything I'm doing.
So you're
Because that's like
contracting me.
yeah, like that's literally what I said. And so I fucking gave him a super high price and he didn't respond.
Well, I'm sure there's a bunch of little kids that are being hit up to do that on TikTok and be like, okay.
Yeah. They'll do it for a $250 Amazon gift card. But
Because especially like in that niche, some of these kids are kind of just bulling their way through, and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, give me anything.
yeah, I mean, I got rent and shit, dude. Like, fuck.
You seen that one kid who does charts and he whistles and says they'll go up because this is the line.
Nah.
Gets a lot of views. He whistles, pulls up a chart, gives a local low, and then whistles up.
And then just has a Coinly link in his description. It makes 50 grand a day.
I don't know, dude. There's at least a handful of accounts that have been doing that and like just had probably made no money from investments or trading, and they're like, yo, what do I do, dude?
Fuck.
Do I tell people to whistle on a graph?
I don't even know it works on TikTok anymore. Like some shit just works. Like some people don't do anything and they have like 3 million followers. I'm just like, oh, okay.
At that point, I think it's just people are used to it. And like once there's a big old audience that are used to something, they'll watch it for a little amount of time, and that keeps the momentum rolling, maybe.
Yeah, but it's also interesting because a lot of followers doesn't like equate to people that actually would buy something from you.
Yeah, there's still a very big distinct difference between views on TikTok and buying something. But that's that's the norm. I'm sure it might be a little less on TikTok, but 1%, 2% is like average conversion.
Yeah, let me see how many people I got in my email group.
What you got? That's that hot audience.
Yeah, it's 53.
Nice.
But that is that's confirmed subscribers. So a lot of people don't confirm their emails because they could be bots or they also don't care.
Warm.
So in total, with everything, I have 94.
There's a good book called The Membership Economy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would read it in tandem with The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. But The Membership Economy is cool. I'd look into that.
I will add it to my Amazon cart.
There's a sect of reading. There's also one it's called Superfans. That's kind of cool. But those 3 books is kind of like a nice people talking about selling and then selling in form of kind of like an not equity based, but memberships. Target gets a membership. Starbucks gets a membership. Amazon subscriptions. And then Superfans is also good for influencer stuff.
They do like their memberships.
Feel special, make them feel special, blah, 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 psychology, money, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You feel like they're attached to you with a membership, loyalty, trust. Which goes into sales, Ultimate Sales Machine, which is a little old dated, but Chet Holmes is cool.
Everybody join my email group. I send you 1 email a week about crypto, blockchain, Web3 stuff. It's super cool. I have a 73.65% average open rate.
Woo!
Woo! Hot traffic.
That's solid. 73 open rate?
Yeah.
Woo!
What is it usually? What's like the average?
Lower than that, dude.
I also don't have that many followers.
I mean, that means that's your hot audience, dude.
Let me see. Broadcast. I would
definitely put like once a month.
The last one got 85%.
That's solid.
Yeah. And
of all people who sent to, so all like 53, 33?
Well, so the one I sent last week had 48 recipients, 85% opened. 14% people click the links in there.
Would definitely have a meetup like quarterly or monthly with those cats.
Like a Twitter Spaces or something, or like a Zoom meeting.
I would do private Zoom.
Oh shit, that's a good idea.
Yeah, private, exclusive. This is the email membership, blah, blah, blah.
I would like to invite you all to my private Zoom. Oh fuck, that's a good idea. Engagement. I enjoy engagement.
Membership economy, baby.
Oh fuck, dude, gotta give them that.
But
money.
also, you know, quarterly. Don't get their expectations too high.
Yeah, don't want to be going too crazy. You know, I'm happy to announce that no one has unsubscribed yet after receiving an email.
Man, I haven't. Google made it easy to unsubscribe. They had a tab once in a while that says like, "Yo, you trying to subscribe to these cats?" That's solid.
Yeah, you don't want junk in your trunk
or in your inbox.
Yeah. All right. Oh man, what am I gonna do today? I got the day off. Fuck. Kind of want to go to the beach. Kind of cloudy.
Wouldn't make a Discord.
I don't like Discord.
It's too much. It's too much of too available to the people. You could, and I've done this. Other people have been a part of this, and it's been nice. A Telegram group that is just one way though.
I enjoy Telegram.
Do a one-way Telegram with about 30 cats.
I taught a class or like a course on someone's Discord, and I did not have a good experience.
Discord is very not intuitive. It's great for what it does, and boy, has it as a company, it's killer. But yeah, it's not intuitive. How'd you do the cast? A video?
Yeah, it was like a live stream, and I recorded it.
Yeah, Discord is not intuitive. A lot of settings. It's supposed to be very gamery. I wish Microsoft bought them, dude. Can we talk about Activision?
I think so. Last week.
That was killer, bro. That's still crazy. Call of Duty, mobile gaming, the highest acquisition amount in like gaming history.
How much was it?
Tech history, 68 billion.
Huh. That's a lot of money.
For so much IP, so many people, I think they probably might, they could take Call of Duty exclusively to Xbox, but I think if they do that, they'll probably be like, yo, monopolizing. But they've done it before, PS3 and Xbox.
My fucking, I'm just looking at my Coinbase right now. A lot of red, so I'm not super.
That's why I really wanted, if we're still doing cap gains over here in the United States, I would love if it's April to April. Be good with that. Be solid.
Unrealized gains. I'm down $400. Damn. Oh god, I'm afraid to put my other wallet in. Oh, I'm so scared.
Nothing scarier than a whole lot of taxes.
Unrealized gains means you're not going to get taxed, right? I'm just making sure.
Unrealized gains, you are not taxed for stocks.
Okay.
Now, what is crypto assets in the eyes of the United States law and most importantly tax law? It's property, I'm pretty sure. Which means things, but I'm not sure what. But if you go over to Columbia, Ohio, goodbye everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye, everybody.